Hey guys, this is Andrei Smirnov for the Fast Lane Truck, and with me,
Kent with Mr. Truck.
And Kent, do you know why I'm so excited? I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Because we have this 2016 Toyota Tacoma.
Yes. Last time you and Roman took the older generation Tacoma up the hill, and now it's our turn to do the 2016 Gold Hitch Awards Ike Gauntlet run.
Oh yes, and it's an all-new truck.
Coming up next
on the Fast Lane Truck.
This is a narrow truck, this Tacoma, and nobody wants to use my ugly extensions on the mirrors, so we're going to use the camera back there so we can be safe and see what's happening behind the trailer.
And with this new 2016 Tacoma, we're pulling the same weight we did with our 2015 Tacoma up the Ike Gauntlet. That's our test trailer, our Logan coach, which has 5,600 pounds of weight. We're about 600-pound tongue weight, so everything's right. We've got our weight distributing hitch from Anderson on here, and our gross combined weight rating is 10,580. So we're all within our limits. It must be a good comparison for what last year's model did.
Guys, we're in the downhill portion of the test.
Right.
We're doing a new rating system, right?
Right.
So it's the final point score that we're going to give you at the very end of the video, and there are 4 parts to the score. Braking, downhill is 1.
Braking event again.
Then on the way up, there is the time and the MPG.
Okay.
And then there is our impressions.
Right.
100 points maximum, and we'll give you the score at the end of the video. Here's how the Ike Gauntlet scoring system breaks down. We have 4 elements, each one worth 25 points. First, the downhill. Every time we touch the brakes, you lose a point. Then uphill, time. 8 minutes as our benchmark. Every 5 seconds over that, you lose a point. Then the uphill MPG. 6 MPG is our benchmark. Every 0.2 MPG below that, we lose a point. And finally, every reviewer gets maximum 25 points for the subjective part. We average that together and come up with a final number for the truck. Right now, we're counting brake events on the way down. So, a couple more things to note. We have the ECT power button on.
Braking.
It's enabled.
Right.
But we're not getting any grade shifting, are we? We're at the end.
Yes.
This is basically the exit. So I'm counting 21 brake events.
Wow, I'm not surprised.
21 brake events.
Yeah.
So that plays into the final score.
Yes.
We have all the calculations on our website, tfltruck.com.
And in our test trailer, the same ballast we've used before is a water tote, an empty water tote, about 125 pounds. It is a 4x4 ATV Honda Rancher and some center blocks. We do the mobile side so we can move weight forward and back for our tongue weight. Now, another situation we have with a small truck like this, it's a wide trailer. We're 7'3" wide on the trailer. With normal mirrors, you're not going to be able to see down each side of it. For some reason, nobody wants me to use my gaudy mirror extension, so what we've done, we've got a hindsight camera. And this camera, it's waterproof, it's bounce proof. It has a wireless range of like 100 feet, but we're wireless into the cab with a monitor. We're wireless back here, and it has like an 8-hour battery life. So now when we're driving down the road, we look at our monitor and see who's right behind the trailer, where normally we would not have any clue who was back there, or when they're starting to pass us, we wouldn't see them. Now with the camera, we'll be able to be safer and see the traffic coming around us and coming behind us. So it's a much better system, much better way to use a wide trailer and a narrow truck.
And I'm ready to start the clock.
Wide open throttle.
Did you reset the zeros?
Yes, we're all zeros.
Nice. Okay, we're rolling. We're doing 8 miles of this uphill,
yes.
Up to 7% grade.
Right.
And over 11,000 feet of elevation.
Cool, we're going 60 miles an hour right off the bat.
Good.
Every mile we see a
So
steep
are you basically flat out?
No, I'm backed off.
Okay,
60.
well, you're trying to keep 60?
Yeah, I'm keeping 60 at about 4,000 RPM.
Okay. So the big thing about the 2016 Tacoma, it's got the new engine and powertrain, right?
Right.
And the transmissions. The GMC Canyon and the Chevy Colorado are higher horsepower.
Right.
And then the Nissan Frontier is below that.
And this has that low rear end, the 390.
391.
Which should help us going up the hill.
Yes.
With
yes.
this, small
You're losing
engine.
a little bit of speed. Are you trying?
I'm wide open throttle.
Okay.
I don't know if you got a camera on my foot, but there I am. I haven't gone anywhere.
Now the big news with the 2016 Tacoma is under the hood. It's an all-new for this truck, 3.5 liter V6. It's pretty high-tech. It makes 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. That's quite a bit more horsepower than the old 4 liter, but actually 1 pound-feet of torque less than the previous gen. It's hooked up to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and EPA rates this setup at 18 city and 23 mpg on the highway. What I'm really trying to compare this against is the last generation Tacoma.
Right.
That had the 4 liter. And that Tacoma did this run in 8 minutes 49 seconds.
Okay.
And I'm really hoping we can do better.
Yeah, this is the proper rear end. It's a 6-speed automatic.
6-speed automatic.
Better spacing on the gears.
Yeah.
And I'm having to slow down because I'm going above 60. So that's pretty impressive. Pull on 5,600 pounds. Now, if you ever watched a longhorn bull climb into a trailer, you know what I'm talking about. Watch this. There, I got in. I actually like the way the layout is. I mean, it's still got the hard plastic and all that.
Yeah.
But I think for what it's built for, that off-road weekend truck, I think it's fine. I mean, I like the interior. I'm comfortable. I wish it's got tilt telescope. I wish the telescope was more than a half inch.
I know, it's a little bit small.
I like some room.
Well, I'm a little bit taller. I'm 6'2" and a half. And when I was driving to the test and in the passenger seat, I'm not really comfortable. Like, I think my knees are too high. And my knees were actually hitting the steering wheel when I was getting in. Again, we're using this Logan Coach horse trailer because it's apples to apples, right?
Right.
It's loaded identical weight to last year's, and it's the same trailer.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit big for the Tacoma, isn't it?
Exactly, because it's a wider truck. You're talking about this is a foot narrower than a full-size truck, and we're 7'3" here, so we're quite a bit wider, which makes it impossible.
Actually, look at this.
It's tall.
I'm 6'3", almost 6'3", and I can't touch the top.
Well, and it makes the mirror's useless because we can't see around. That's why we went to the hindsight camera. So we're all being safe, but for the average person, we would recommend a smaller trailer that you're going to be pulling, whether it's a motorcycle trailer, an ATV trailer,
or
smaller
like
camper.
Wave runners
all those things, because this is a 3-horse trailer. It's not something you'd really pull with this truck, but we're doing apples to apples on weight, so that's how we're trying to compare it.
So this truck, as configured, this is the TRD Sport, is $35,280. Okay. Last year's truck, which was very similarly configured, 2015 Tacoma, was $34,535. So we're within about $700.
Yeah,
how are we doing in MPGs right now?
Well, it's showing 4.6.
Okay.
And you can listen to our RPMs.
They're high.
We're high. We're almost 6,000 RPM now. Okay. Getting close to the top of the tunnel.
Okay.
And it's an interesting run because we've been wide open throttle majority of the time.
I'm gonna stop the clock. This is where we always stop it. Boom! 8 minutes 5 seconds.
Wow.
4.5 mpg.
4.5. So I'm impressed. This little engine that could, at 5,600 pounds of trailer, is actually doing well. I didn't know it would climb that fast.
So let's give the 2016 Toyota Tacoma its final score, right?
Okay.
So we have 4 categories, 100 points maximum. That's the perfect towing truck, right? And there's 4 sections: downhill, uphill time, uphill MPG, and our subjective impressions.
Right.
So you had 24 points maximum for your subjective part. What is your score?
It's an 11. And I gave it high numbers for going up the hill. I thought great power. Going down the hill, I gave it low numbers because they did not grade shift. No integrated brake controller.
Okay, my number is 13. So for a lot of the same reasons, I didn't feel very comfortable, in the passenger seat going down. There was no grade shifting. The transmission wasn't really helping us on the way down. But the power delivery, it did almost an 8-minute run.
I was impressed by the uphill part of it.
Drum roll, 58 points.
I like the truck. There's just some things that needs a few changes.
Here's the thing. I was actually really impressed with the MPGs.
Yes.
4.5.
Yes.
And the 8 minutes and 5 seconds, pretty much almost a perfect run up, right?
Yeah, and pulling up the
very
hill.
Impressed.
I was impressed going uphill. I had no idea. It stayed in the power bands. The transmission space was great on a new 6-speed, and it held the RPMs and it held its speed. It did very well for a 5,600-pound trailer.
Really awesome. So this is our first truck for the Midsize Gold Hitch Awards for
There you
this
go.
year for 2016. Stay tuned for a lot more midsize trucks coming up
on the Fast Lane truck.
That's right. We'll see you soon.
It's a contender.
Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here, way up in the Rockies in Colorado, and I'm with
Mr. Truck Kent.
And Andrei Smirnov.
That's right, and guess what we have behind us? This is the 2016 Nissan Titan XD, and you guys have been absolutely begging for a real test, and look what we got.
It sounds to me like a regular V8 when it's at higher RPM.
Yeah.
And it is a smoother, you know what it is? It's not the clatter that we hear from a regular diesel, because, you know, the regular straight six,
Right.
that's a clatter that you can hear.
Yeah.
So this one is, but I can also hear, at least on my side of the vehicle, a little bit of a hum, a resonance.